We're back. The Fates 5 is officially complete and healthy. Girl dad of 3 now. Do you got a pick? Hey, get out of there. But let's win some money. Roll tape. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Uncle Dan's Best Bets here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel presented by Connors and Ferris. Before we get into the picks and the life updates, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We really, really appreciate it as always. And again, as always, Uncle Dan's Best Bets is proudly brought to you by and presented the sponsor, Bob Johnson Auto Group. We are currently working on, as you know, many of you know, baby girl number 3 is here. Taylor Jean, she is doing great. Mom's doing well. Sisters are adjusting, but we need a bigger car. So if you're like me and you need to get a bigger vehicle, go to Bob Johnson Auto Group. We're working out with Daryl out in Leroy, trying to get a nice third row SUV, some captain seats in the middle so that all the girls have enough space. Comment in if you have 3 kids and what SUV you guys drive. We're working on that as well as we speak. So again, if you need a new car, comment in or go to Bob Johnson Auto Group, buy, lease, used cars, anything like that. Head there, tell them that Uncle Dan sent you. All right, appreciate it as always, the support. The comments have been really great. Last week has just kind of been a blur, just being dad at home. Taylor Jean was born Saturday, watched the Sunday night Bills game against the Niners in the hospital. Everybody is doing well. Appreciate all the kind words and support as always. Mom's doing well. So taking some time away. We'll be back. Mike and Jenna holding down the fort on the Bills coverage side, but I did want to come on here and make some picks like we always do. Addicted to the content game in that respect. So appreciate it again, as always, but this is a business and content and the brand and all of those things. Last week, if you were following along, I did post 5 plays on Thanksgiving before Taylor came on Saturday. 4-1 on those plays. Phenomenal there. So on the season now, 54, 44, and 4 on the year. 4-1 last week. It was a small card. I had just tweeted it out. We were pretty much on baby watch. I was pretty much just home waiting at any moment. So solid year we have going here. 10 games over 500. Going really well. I've had some time in between naps and things like that in bottles. I got 9 plays for week 14 of the NFL season. Again, shorter video, still doing it from home as we are still working as a family now of 5 and getting used to it. But let's get right into the picks. I like the Dolphins -6 at home against the Jets. I think the Jets stink. I think they're a team that is quitting. And while I don't think the Dolphins are good, I think they're a pretty good team against bad teams, and the stats back that up. Tua and the Dolphins are 14-7 against the spread in his career against teams below 500. Yeah, the Jets are below 500. They are a very bad team. I don't think Sauce Gardner plays in that game. I don't think Breece Hall plays in that game. Dolphins have been pretty good lately as touchdown favorites. So I will lay the touchdown at home. Give me the Dolphins -6. And these are another 2 plays that I've really liked. Already locked them in. I'm recording this Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon during naps. Jonnu Smith over 4.5 receptions. His last 3 games, he has been a monster. I started to pick it up last week with the trend that he's becoming a very big part of this offense. Tua's completion percentage is best in the NFL when he plays. So Jonnu Smith over 4.5 receptions. Over his last 3 games, he has cleared that mark each time. And his last 3 games, he is averaging 8 catches and 100 yards. So I will take Jonnu Smith over 4.5 receptions against the Jets. I will also take Jonnu Smith's over 50.5 receiving yards for the same points I just made. Jonnu Smith has been one of the best tight ends in football over the last 3 weeks when he's become a focal point of the Dolphins offense. I like Jonnu Smith's over receiving yards. I like Jonnu Smith's over receptions. That's 3 plays in the Dolphins game. A little worrisome there, but I'll take it. I also like the Browns Steelers over 43.5. I think this is a sucker play. I think this is the square play. I'll do it anyway. Normally we like to zig when everybody else zags. I know there's a lot of money on this over, but I will go with it as well. I know the public's on it. I just think that this is going to be a fun game. We know the kind of offense now that the Browns have with Jameis in charge. And then I think the way Russell Wilson has been able to dominate these defenses, I still really like the Steelers defense. I just think that it's a wild card that you have with Jameis. There could be turnovers. There could be short fields. Win or lose, I think Jameis is now an over quarterback that I'm worth betting on in this spot. I know it's an AFC North game. They usually go under. It's still a low total. If it loses, I'll be kicking myself, but I will take the chance. I will go with the public here, and I will take the over 43.5 in the Browns and Steelers game. I will also take the over. Found a lot of them this week. It's fun. Life's too short to bet the under. Finally found some overs. Raiders-Bucs over 46. Raiders sneaky, have been scoring over 20 points, averaging over their last 5 games. Their offense isn't terrible. And the Bucs have a really bad defense. So the Bucs have been giving up. They're 28th in the league in points allowed per game. The Raiders have some continuity a little bit. And I always like Baker Mayfield and his Bucs offense. So I will take the over in that game. Raiders-Bucs over 46.5. Moving on to the afternoon slates. Bears +3. They are taking on. Do you got a pick? Hey, get out of there. Give it to me. One kid isn't napping. The oldest. As I was saying, Bears +3 at the 49ers. I think the 49ers are a team that has quit. Christian McCaffrey is out. They've got coaching problems. They are at a crisis point of their season. It just seems to be going bad to worse for the 49ers. I am one of the people that isn't big into the interim head coach bump. Statistics back that up, that it doesn't automatically give you a boost, doesn't make your team better, because normally if your head coach is getting fired, that's because you have a bad team. But when the team hates a coach as much as the Bears players hated Matt Eberflus, I think there will be a little bump with Thomas Brown calling the plays and now being in charge. Caleb Williams has looked better since Thomas Brown has been taking over the offensive play calling. I think this team will show how much they despise Matt Eberflus with a spirited effort out in Santa Clara. So I actually think they do get a boost in this case because the team was just so fed up with the head coach. I think they do get a bump. I do think the Bears play hard. I know their season is over, but I will take the field goal and the points on the road for the Bears at the 49ers. All right, moving right along to the Monday night game. Bengals and Cowboys. Give me the over. That's another one for you. I think I got 4 on this card. Bengals, Cowboys, over 49.5. Monday Night Football overs this year. 12-4 on the season. Bengals, great offense. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic defense. I don't think the Cowboys defense is that good. I think they just played the Giants. I expect a ton of points in this game. The over for the year backs it up on Monday Night Football. I will take the over 49.5. That leads us to our final 3 plays of this card, and they're all Bills plays, as we always wait till the end. I like the Bills and Rams over 49.5 as well. I like both of these offenses a lot. Bills have scored over 30 points, I believe, in 6 straight games. Rams defense is not great, and I think they're without Jared Verse, or at least he tweaked his ankle. So if he's not 100%, I think Josh Allen's able to pick apart this offense or this defense indoors. I really like that matchup. On the other side, I always have a soft spot for Matt Stafford. I think Sean McVay will at least design enough, even though the Rams offensive line is pathetic. If there is a weakness, we know it's the Bills, not necessarily consistently getting after the quarterback. If Matt Stafford has time to throw, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp will be probably one of the toughest tandem that this secondary for the Bills have had to face. So I expect a 30-23 game. I think on the Buffalo Plus pod, they had my pick as 30-27. I expect a lot of points in this game. Could be a late over, could be a late who cares touchdowns. We've gotten burned on those before. Let's be on the right side of that. So I like the Bills over as well. 4 overs in this spot. Finally, last 2 plays. It's not broke, don't fix it. Khalil Shakir over 5.5 receptions. We're going with the receptions this week for Khalil Shakir. Take away last week, even though he still had 6 targets in the snow, he only had 4 catches. But outside of that game, he has gone over 5.5 catches in his last 5 games if you take out last week. So 5 out of his last 6 games, he's had at least 6 catches. I expect that to come up again. If there is some pass rush because the Rams defensive line is pretty good, could be some quick plays as always to Shakir. So I like Shakir's over 5.5 receptions on DraftKings right now. It was plus money. It was plus 110. I like that play a lot. And finally, if there is one weakness in this Bills defense outside of consistently getting pass rush, it's the rushing defense. I like Kyren Williams over 67.5 rushing yards. He has topped that in 9 out of his last 10 games. Pretty good. I'll take Kyren Williams over 67.5 rushing yards. Sean McVay's smart. I think that he can hone in on where the Bills' weaknesses is defensively, which is the rushing attack. Bills were kind of getting gashed by Christian McCaffrey before he went out with the injury. It's going to be a bugaboo, something they still need to work on. I think the Rams can expose it to some respects, and Williams has been really good this year. So there it is. I tried to keep it under a double-digit card because double-digit cards haven't been great to me this year, so I kept it at exactly 9. So there it is. Dolphins -6 and Dolphins -6. Jonnu Smith is over 4.5 receptions. Jonnu Smith over 50.5 receiving yards. Browns Steelers over. Raiders-Bucs over. Bears +3. Bengals Cowboys over. Bills Rams over. Lots of overs. Defenses are worn down at this point in the season. I like overs later in the year. Khalil Shakir over 5.5 receptions and Kyren Williams over 67.5 rushing yards. Okay. I got to go back to being a dad. Appreciate it. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop in the comments your favorite plays for this week. Also, if you have a third row SUV and you really like it, let me know. My wife and I are definitely in the market, and we will look at Bob Johnson Auto Group. They're the proud sponsor of Uncle Dan's Best Bets. We appreciate it. As always, Mike and Jenna are en route to LA right now. They will have complete coverage on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. As always, thank you so much. Best of luck to your bets this weekend. We'll catch you next time here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.